Here is the funny thing about guys who are boys. Anyway, that was a little aggressive. Anyway, they will you. They will. Really good. They'll you. They'll out of you so hard. And you're like, I love you. and then they're like, and then they run away. As you're saying I love you, they're bolting to the other side of the football field. Okay. And yeah, so they'll do that, and then you'll express your love for them, and then they'll be like, no. And then you'll be like, okay, well then I gotta go. And then you start bolting to the other side, and then they start chasing you. What the is that about? What the is that about? Really? But then you turn around and they're there. And you're like, are you ready for me? And they're like, no, I don't want to lose you as a friend.
There's too many women in Atlanta. Like, when I go sit at the bar, I'm used to men, like, choosing, picking, you know. It's nothing but women, ill, gross. Ill. I don't want friends. I don't want to talk. Where's the men? Where are the men? Like, when I sit at the bar, when I'm like, okay, let me go give me a little drink, sit at the bar. I'm used to men. I'm expecting conversation. And it's nothing but women. Ew, gross. Yuck.
Everybody I know is literally single right now. Everybody I know is single right now. Put that in there. If you're feeling weird about it, it's hot girl summer. That's why you're single.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Attractive men are ignoring women, and they're getting fed up with this in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
Men disgust me so bad, and the reason I've been celibate for 4 fucking years is because I genuinely don't believe that these motherfuckers deserve to even fucking be around me, let alone touch me. Just like, for example, we're on the phone the other night, and I'm asking him a bunch of shit. He's not asking anything about me. He's just saying that he already likes me and like immediately wants to go on a date with me. I'm just like thinking to myself, like, you literally don't know anything about me, you fucking idiot. But okay, I tell him that I'm celibate and that if we do end up going on a date, I'm like, don't expect anything, literally anything, because he started to make jokes that were leaning like a sexual way, and I was starting to get irritated. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you thought this was. Hello? Hopefully the police are coming to get me because I need help. So I like literally go into a rant saying like, okay, I've been celibate for X amount of time. I don't hook up with people. I'm not hooking up with you. I'm not doing anything with you, babe. This fucking imbecile of a man proceeds to ask me within a span of 10 minutes after if I want to have phone sex with him. The blatant disrespect genuinely makes my blood boil so fucking much because, bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? 1, 2, are you that fucking dumb? I genuinely, like, my blood has been boiling for 2 days thinking about this. And this is why I don't go on dates, and this is why I don't hang out with men. Because if you go on a date with them, 9 times out of 10, they are like that man, and they expect something out of it. You're not getting shit out of me, bitch. Other than a big fuck you, okay?
He did the right thing. There's going to be 2 types of guys. And we talked about this. We went over this on a one-on-one call last night. See, a guy who believes that he can talk to a woman like that or ask for what he wants, he's going to be an attractive man. He's going to view himself as an attractive man. A guy that thinks that you can't talk to a woman like that, she's not going to go for that. That's going to typically be a guy who doesn't find himself as an attractive man. He needs to work and do extra stuff to get at the chick, depending on how she looks too, especially. So don't focus on he said a bunch of stuff that he shouldn't have said. See, that's your emotions talking. When you let the logic take over, her resistance that was shown through his actions by asking for what he wants, making sexual jokes, which is totally fine when a woman's interested in you. Don't buy this, oh, she's been celibate for 4 years. It's a lie anyway. It's all cap. So the resistance that gets shown is a good thing, because he's not going to waste his time. We're going to talk about this later. Let's get into the next one.
I swear with my dating life, if it's not one thing, it's another. So let's recap the past couple of days because this is crazy. Starting with Wednesday, you guys know I went on a third date with a guy that I had been seeing. We went out once right before I left for South Africa, and then once the day I got back. Wednesday, we went to dinner. Guys, it was a really bad date. It was genuinely, I've never had a bad third date in my life. I've had a third date where I think to myself, like, oh, I don't really want to see this person again, or I don't see this like turning into anything, but I've never had an objectively bad third date. Usually if you're having a bad date, it's a first date. And this was such a bad date. We had nothing to talk about. We sat there in silence for like 5 minutes. At one point he was eating. I looked at him, I said, "You're really quiet tonight." He said, "I'm just eating, you know?" Okay, cool, right. At one point we were literally talking about work and the weather. Work and the weather, like the smallest small talk to ever small talk. It was not good. So we finished dinner, we left, I went home, and on my way home I was like, wow, I just feel so sad because I was so excited to hang out with him, and then that was bad. Like, it was a bad date. So I texted him and told him that, and I was like, I'm sad after that because I was so excited to see you, but I just feel like we didn't really have anything to talk about, and I don't know, it was just weird. And the next morning he texted me back and he's like, yeah, I've just had a lot going on. I was like preoccupied, I was busy at work that day, so I was a little tired from that, blah, blah, blah. I think we should hit pause on seeing each other because I don't think I'm in a place to be going on dates or to be in a relationship, but I do think you're great, but I just like don't want to lead you on. First of all, if you're not in a place to be going on dates, why did you ask me on 3 dates? But anyways, I texted him back. I was like, thanks for letting me know. That was that. Haven't heard from him since. Then, flash forward to last night. I'm at home. I'm hosting soup night. I made soup for some of my friends. Came over, had soup, had grilled cheese, had wine, chit-chatted. It was lovely. We're having soup night. I look at my phone, Instagram DM from a guy I used to go out with in college saying, hey, I miss you. I haven't talked to him in like a year and a half. I haven't talked to him since I moved to New York. Right. For context, this guy and I were like on again, off again in college, but never really anything serious. And then the closest we got to being something serious was right before I moved to New York. We'd gone out a couple of times, and then I told him I was moving, and that was pretty much the end of it. So really haven't heard from him since then. Last night he texted me. He's like, I miss you. I haven't stopped thinking about you since you moved to New York. Like, I know that I didn't want to do long distance, but like maybe we should talk about it because I really miss you and I like really think that there's something here and blah, 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 all this stuff, right? Sending me text after text after text about how much he likes me and how much he wants to see if this is going somewhere and blah, blah, blah. Eventually I'm like, okay, it's kind of late. I need to go to bed. We can continue this conversation in the morning. He's like, absolutely. Can't wait. Good night. So this morning I wake up, I text him, he texts me back, I go for my run. After I run, I'm like, wait, has he still not responded? Kind of odd. Let me go check my texts. The last text I sent before I went on my run, delivered as a text message. And I just like had this inkling and I was like, there's no way. I go to Instagram because mind you, he'd Instagram DM'd me that he missed me, and that's when I was like, just text me. We're not doing this over Instagram DM. I go to Instagram, blocked, right. I'm just so confused because why, what was the point of sending paragraph after paragraph about how much you missed me and how badly you want me in your life to block me the next morning? Like, I'm not even hurt or sad. I'm just, what was the point? What was the point? I'm so confused. So anyways, I'm 0 for 2 this week, but at least it's entertaining.
This confirms what I always tell you guys. They have guys from everywhere. Guys on social media, guys at the job, guys from college, guys from high school, right? So she goes on a date with this dude, and he seems to me like a guy that she was interested in, talking about she was bored on the date. To me, what I'm picking up on is he wasn't super extroverted. He wasn't all animated. He wasn't all excited. He was just chilling. She said they didn't talk about a lot. They had a bad date. So he operates with emotional intelligence, and he lets her know that he's not feeling it rather than ghosting her. He's got a lot going on. She don't like that, and that's fine. But why is she even bothered about it? Like, well, why take me on 3 dates? You know why she's bothered by it? Because she saw it as a potential lead, and she found him, say it with me now, attractive. Now, a guy comes back into the picture and hits her up from college. Why is she even entertaining this DM? Because we know women don't answer DMs unless they find the guys, say it with me now, attractive. She thought this was going to go somewhere when she was just entertainment for this dude. And he just goes away. Women always act like they don't understand what's going on. He just went away. Let's get the next one.
I see a man that's just so unbelievably fucking handsome on here on Instagram, so you could click on their profile and the first thing you see in their bio is a Bible verse or Jesus is king. So you just gotta slowly back out of that account because I will not be the girl for you. Or the ones that's like trying to find a sister-in-law, trying to find a girlfriend for my brother. He is 6'2", he loves sports, he's so funny, and he loves God. Yeah, I never win those giveaways, unfortunately.
You can be an attractive guy, and you can live for the Lord, you can love the Lord, have a higher power, and this is unattractive to women. I don't care what anybody's gonna get in here and say. To majority of women, you have to remember, they're worldly. They're materialistic. Very funny. I dealt with this myself. A while back, I used to take my Bible with me everywhere, and people would look at me like I was weird. Women would look at me like I was weird. I'm telling you guys. But the reason why they don't like that, and they act like they do and stuff, you know, the other day, I'm on my Instagram and I see this chick run across my screen. Whenever I see a chick that I don't unfollow, like that I haven't unfollowed, that has that baddie archetype, has the soliciting type of profile, I'll unfollow it because I never got around to it. So I look, she's got Proverbs. She's got Proverbs in her bio showing her entire body. So when you're a guy that believes in the Lord, you believe in God, right? This turns women off because you say, I believe in God. What they hear is he has rules, expectations, and morals. So they run. Guys already know this. This is why a lot of men ignore women. A lot of guys aren't worldly like that. Let's get the next one.
Tell me why being single is going to like a hot yoga class and then like scoping out like, oh my God, there's some hot muscular men here. What are you doing in hot yasa? With tattoos, not him walking right by right now. Okay. Oh, he's in the car next to me. Oh my God, he's opening his car door. I'm just gonna play it cool and pretend like I'm taken. Oh, hot tattoos. Okay. This is very interesting. He's probably 22. Jordan, get a fucking life. Now I'm looking to the right in the car, like who fucking does that? Not leaving first. I hate my life. He was probably 23, and he's probably looking at me. He might be glaring at me, talking to my phone right now. Guys, help. It could look like I'm talking to someone in my car, right? Like on the speaker. I seriously can't look to my left if I wanted to. Okay. He's got like a Toyota 4Runner, but like really cool. Different stickers, like a ladder on it. I don't really know. That was fucking bizarre. He's probably 23. Does everyone have that experience or is it just me? I'm pathetic.
This woman is all over the internet, exuding loser energy openly, right? Now, when she's talking about this young dude, tatted up, muscular, when she's talking about this guy, right? She says in there, pay attention, he's got a Toyota 4Runner. Right? That sigh. That's there because if it was someone else, right, that would be a red flag. She needs you to have a better car. But for him, she says, but it's got cool stickers and something like that, because she's making excuses for him because she finds him what? Say it with me now. Attractive. Guys out here always talking about like this height stuff or whatever. Whatever a woman will say. Well, he's kind of this though. Yeah, but he's hot. Yeah, but he's kind of this though. Yeah, but he's jacked. Yeah, he's kind of this. Yeah, but he's loaded. You understand? When they're trying to go in your direction, they will make excuses for whatever they won't accept from another guy, if that makes sense. So funny. He drives a Toyota 4Runner. Yeah, but it's got some cool stickers and he's still hot. This guy's not even ignoring her on purpose. This guy is minding his business. Like I always tell you, this is when you will see women checking you out, putting themselves in your vicinity, acting weird around you. She's acting weird as hell. Let's get the next one.
I think when it rains, it pours. I have lots of dates coming up, but I had a date on Monday, and I'm telling you, this is not for the weak, man. Dating is not for the weak. So I went on this date that I met online, and a nice looking man and better looking in person for sure. And we hit it off right away. Like, I was definitely interested. He had fun sarcasm, very, very smart, funny. I picked a great place. I was so in love with that place. I'm going to go back. And so then we ended the evening, and then the next day he's like, I want to see you again. And I said, yeah, you know, I'm down. Let's do this. And he said, well, I said, what are you thinking? And he said, well, we should just keep it like, I forgot how he said it exactly, low-key, casual, you know, I could cook for you. And I'm like, I choose the fucking bear. What I told him was, I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't even know you that well. So then he changed his tune and he said, let's go to some other restaurant. And I honestly couldn't that evening or the next night. So I just let him know that I already had plans, because it was like 4 o'clock. So it was him running late asking me to. So I did have plans that was Tuesday and Wednesday. And he's like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. And I said, sounds good. Enjoy your workout, because he was going to go work out. But we had the conversation about how women choose the bear, metaphorically, right? We choose the bear over the man if you're hiking and you're alone. And so then he has the nerve to ask me to go to his house on the second date. I hadn't even kissed this guy. That grossed me out. I guess he's not that smart. Dumbass. Another one bites dust. I'm not gonna have anyone to date here anymore. All right, I have a date tonight. I'll tell you that one later.
Nice looking man, right? Better in person. She likes his vibe. He's very funny. He's charming. He's witty. He's charismatic and all of that stuff, right? Now, let's go back to the first clip. You would think that guy was doing too much. He should have just eased off the gas. He didn't have to, throw out sexual innuendos and all of this stuff in the beginning. Okay, well, look at this guy. And we're going to point out what he did wrong. He submitted to her rules. No, I don't want to go over to your house. I don't know you like that. I don't want you to cook for me. He folded when she's like, no, I don't want to do that. All right, well, we could plan something else. Absolutely not. You just stop talking to her. You leave her alone. She's showing you the resistance in the beginning, which means the resistance will always be there. She ain't feeling you like that. She's not feeling you like that, guys. When a woman is not feeling you like that, it's okay. Guys are trying to figure out, how can I do that? How can I get her? And no, it's let it go. Let it go. Think about it right now. You drive the car that you drive right now because you don't want to spend the money on your dream car. Say you drive a Toyota, but you want a Ferrari. You just accept the fact that you can't afford the Ferrari, right? It's no difference. There's no difference. Maybe one day I could get the Ferrari, but right now I can't. It's fine. It's no big deal. Because what's going to happen is you're going to deal with resistance the entire time you're dealing with this woman. And how do we want it to go when we're dealing with women? Like pouring a glass of water. Easy like Sunday morning. That's it. So when men already know this and they're attractive, this is why they ignore women's demands, women's standards, women's games, women's nonsense. Guys are not going for it. And they're getting fed up out here, bro. I'm telling you. And she's a jokester. She's going to eventually rope some other sucker in for a date or whatever. But at the core, it's about the man. Starts with the man. It's not about them. It's not about them. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A lot of women came at me in that video and said, like, they have the right to choose who they are attracted to. And I'm like, yo, for real, you are absolutely correct. But the problem is a lot of women have unrealistic expectations, right? You want a 6'4" man who's not bald. He has great head of hair, but it gotta be salt and pepper, so he gotta be in his like mid-30s. He can't have no kids. He gotta have $500,000 in his bank account, and he gotta be making 7 figures a year. He already gotta have a house, he gotta have a nice car, and he has to pay for your entire existence, right? And he better love his family, and he better be in the greatest shape of his life. Meanwhile, you ain't got nothing going on for you. And it's fucking delusion. It's fucking delusion. Some of y'all don't be looking at who the hell is gonna help me through the death of my parents, right? Some of y'all don't be looking at, if I were to get sick, is this man gonna be by my side? A lot of y'all have such unrealistic expectations, and that's why all these older women are just single and bitter, and they're like, oh man, is shit. When that's not the reality. It's not. It's really not. It's just that you want the perfect fucking man when you're not perfect.